This was a really notable move that happened during the trade deadline. I saved this one for last because this might go on for a bit, and I want to ask a follow-up question to this one as well.
What are you talking about?
The Miami Heat acquired.
I forgot. Wow.
The Miami Heat acquired Victor Oladipo for Kelly Olynyk and Avery Bradley and a pick swap. Now, I mean, if Oladipo has been linked to the Heat for a while. We all thought that he was probably going to get traded to Miami. And if he didn't get traded, he was going to sign with them in free agency.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I think this was good. I think Oladipo he's that secondary or third star on the team. He's going to play his role better. In Houston, he was asked to be that guy along with John Wall. I don't think that's where he fit. He's still a very great defender. And on top of that, they're saying that LaMarcus Aldridge might sign with the Heat. The Heat are front runners to land LaMarcus Aldridge. He just got bought out by the Spurs. Now, if they have a lineup of like Jimmy Butler, Goran Dragic, Oladipo, Bam Adebayo, LaMarcus Aldridge,
that's tough.
I mean, do you guys think that they have a legit chance to make the NBA Finals?
Oh, the NBA Finals.
That's what they're in it for. So.
Okay. I'm gonna say no because I don't think they can beat Brooklyn. I don't think Victor Oladipo is the team that is the guy who says, "All right, we got him. We can compete with Brooklyn now." I
like that.
Yeah, I don't think they're Oladipo's, but I do believe they can definitely make an ECF run. I think if avoiding Brooklyn early, I think right now you're looking at Milwaukee. You already know the game plan to stop them. I think they can do it right now. I think. Boston, I think they can beat Boston. I didn't see Boston really get any better. I think Miami got a little bit better. I think they'll get a little bit better with Aldridge.
Yeah.
Pacers, I don't believe in the Pacers at all. Atlanta.
They're not even in the playoffs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I can't wait to get on Sebastian. He talked about the Pacers. Oh, my God. Charlotte, they lost LaMelo for the season. And even then, I thought they were just going to be a good first round, but I don't think they're there yet. Atlanta, they're not there yet. So I think Miami has a really good chance to avoid Brooklyn and make a run. But now, Philly's going to be tough because Embiid is on another tear right now. So you got to go off what you see right now. Embiid is on another. Bam's going to have a really hard time sticking with Embiid. But then you got Jimmy, but then they got Ben Simmons. So you kind of like got a guy who can guard Jimmy Butler. But I think Oladipo, if he seamlessly walks into his role, and he understands, like, this is not my team. I'm not the guy. Jimmy's the guy. Bam is the second guy. I'm like Goran Dragic, and I'm the role guy, but I can have my night. I think this is going to be a good move. You get a guy who can still play defense at a high level. He can score. He's an all right playmaker. He's not a great shooter, but he can hit shots. So I think this can be a good move if everything works in their favor. But I think, Miami, that dog mentality, Jimmy Butler's there. I think when he speaks to Jimmy Butler, he's going to understand that they're there to win. So I think this is a good move.
Yeah, I co-sign that. I love the move. The Heat definitely won this trade. Is it enough for them to get to the NBA Finals? I don't think so. I think the Nets have too much firepower to keep up with, but I think this makes the Heat valid contenders. Like, I think they can definitely compete. Would I choose them over the Celtics? Yes. Would I choose them to compete against the Sixers? Yes. Would I choose them to compete against the Bucks? Yes, it's proven. So I think Oladipo definitely takes them to a whole nother level. But I don't know if he's that factor where I go, okay, they can compete with, the star power in Brooklyn. But I agree. I think that culture is going to do wonders for him, that championship culture, that championship mentality, playing with a player at the likes of Jimmy Butler is going to do well for his confidence and for his game. So I'm excited to see the pairing. But to get to the finals, that's tough.
Somebody will have to beat the Nets for them to get to the finals.
Yeah. And I'd have to see how they mesh together,
First, I want to talk about the deal that Miami didn't make. They didn't trade for Kyle Lowry.
Yeah.
I think it was smart. Duncan Robinson, losing him, okay.
It was asking for Hero or Robinson.
Yeah.
No, they were asking for both.
They were asking for both?
They were not going to
what
make
is
the
wrong with
trade.
Toronto?
I thought it was one or the other.
Yeah.
They said both they're bugging.
They said that they would not do a trade if Hero is not included. That's what was holding back the trade.
What is wrong with Toronto?
So,
yeah.
Tyler Hero, I'm glad they didn't become desperate and Miami didn't trade Hero because Lowry's a rental.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, you don't trade a player who can become something for a rental. So I like they didn't make that move, and they got Oladipo for nothing. Like Kelly Olynyk, he's a good stretch. I think that's the deal I had them making. Like I had Kelly Olynyk in the deal. I didn't have Avery Bradley.
He barely played this year
because he was hurt, so I didn't think Avery Bradley was going to be included. But I thought Kendrick Nunn was going to be included in the deal.
They managed to keep him.
Yeah. But now, I mean, you look at the roster: Jimmy, Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson, Oladipo, Kendrick Nunn, Goran Dragic, Iguodala's still there. They got Trevor Ariza too.
Forgot they had Iggy.
So they have a lot of veteran guys, and these are their wings and the guards, right? And then big men, Bam Adebayo, Bjelica, a guy who can stretch out the floor.
Yeah. LA's coming.
And then Precious.
I don't know, man.
And I'll say this: if they get LaMarcus Aldridge, I have to rethink this whole thing. I'm just gonna go off the assumption that they're getting LaMarcus Aldridge because I think it's going to happen. If KD is hurt, which it's not a given that he's going to be healthy, they can beat Brooklyn.
Oh,
I agree. Yeah.
Let me explain something. If KD is hurt, you have no chance. And I mean, like, no. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah,
I have no chance.
Wait.
Zero
That's
chance.
ridiculous.
Let me say this. I'm gonna say this, and I've said this before.
Okay.
If Kevin Durant does not play,
That's ridiculous.
you will lose. You will not go. There is no chance you guys go to the finals.
Wait, you still
That's
pick
ridiculous.
the Nets to go to the finals without KD?
Yes, they have.
I'm
James
gonna say,
Harden.
listen.
They have James Harden and Kyrie.
You have James
That's
Harden
tough.
and Kyrie. Last time we seen Kyrie in a playoff atmosphere, it looked really bad.
Come on, man, get out of here.
Harden. Last time we seen Harden in the playoff atmosphere in the bubble, it looked really bad.
Where
Yeah.
he averaged 30 against the Lakers.
I hate
what are you
that.
talking about?
He averaged 30.
What do you mean? You act like he didn't play bad. He got double teamed at half court every time.
What are they gonna do now? There's no
can't-
KD. What?
They could double team
Yeah.
him when they have shooters. They go 5 out. No, they can't.
Nobody's bro. First of all, when you guys played the Heat, right? Because you're a Nets fan now.
The only
So when
reason the Lakers double teamed Harden is because Westbrook was on that team. They can't double team Harden in Brooklyn when you have Joe Harris, Kyrie, Jeff Green, and I forgot the other guy that's gonna be there, but he's gonna be a shooter too.
Who's gonna be at the 5?
Jeff Green plays a 5 for them.
Okay, last time y'all did that, Bam Adebayo had 40 points and Jimmy Butler didn't play.
And they lost.
So Jimmy Butler didn't hear that again. Jimmy Butler didn't play.
If Jimmy plays, he doesn't-
Now you add
if Jimmy-
Oladipo to the mix.
If Jimmy's there, if Jimmy's there, Adebayo does not have 40 though.
But it looks a lot different because he's that.
Yeah.
You guys.
This is what I'm gonna say.
I got it.
This is what I'm saying. The Miami Heat, if they get LaMarcus Aldridge, will make the Eastern Conference Finals if they don't run into Brooklyn.
I agree with you.
And we have Miami Heat viewers that watch this show. Whenever we put out a segment, we have I think 1,000 views on a video. So I know I'm gonna get hate for this, but I'm gonna say this. You guys have no chance if Brooklyn is healthy, at all.
Oh yeah, no. 100%.
Brooklyn, Miami fans, I think they're the most delusional fan base in sports.
So what's your pick for a series?
My pick for a series would be. Is that my phone?
No, it's me.
This
Okay.
guy.
So okay,
Put my phone on silent.
my pick for a series, if Kevin Durant is healthy, 6 games at most.
5.
With the Heat.
6, yes.
I give it 5.
6 at
Damn,
most.
I was gonna give it 6.
I give it a
too.
hard 5 games.
And this is with
If everybody's both
LaMarcus
healthy, I
Aldridge?
give it a hard 5
And
games.
with
yeah.
LaMarcus Aldridge.
You know what this reminds
With
me
or
of?
without?
Oh, I forgot. They have Blake Griffin, bro. Oh,
But
Anyways, I'm not even
I think
acknowledging that.
Blake
I'm not
Griffin-
gonna lie.
no. I am because he's
Go ahead,
playing
you
well
do-
for them.
He
played one game.
Listen, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I think this is the time to kind of reinvigorate his career. But Blake Griffin, before this deal, was looking kind of on the wash side.
But Aldridge is looking washed.
If I see Miami, if I'm Miami and I'm
yeah, he's looking washed too.
if I'm Eric Spoelstra and I look out on the court and I see Blake Griffin guarding Bam Adebayo, I'm giving him the ball every single play.
That's a bucket.
Yeah, every single
This is
play.
what I'm
That's a
saying
bucket.
though is that look, I think the Miami Heat, I like what they're doing. I like their tenacity. That it's kind of like the Rockets with Daryl
bringing
Morey.
them up to take
Right,
them down.
yeah.
Right? It's kind of like the Rockets with Daryl Morey. They're like, okay,
Okay.
we know the Warriors are dominant. They're probably going to win, but we're going to try and compete.
Yes.
Pat Riley says, okay, we're going to try and compete. But
Yeah.
you have no chance. The Heat have no chance.
I don't know, though.
Brooklyn is going to win a championship. I've said it. I even made a segment when I had to do the podcast by myself. The segment is called The Brooklyn Nets Will Win the 2021 NBA Championship. That's exactly the title. I'm not backing down from that statement. It's going to happen.
Thank God.
Are you on the same pick?
What?
Nets for the chip.
No, I said Nets to the finals.
Harden,
Okay,
Harden is
I can
going
stay with that.
to get his first ring this year. It's going to solidify his legacy. And even if they don't have Kevin Durant, to me, I think they could beat Miami. James Harden. We're going to talk about James Harden in a couple segments. He's the best player in basketball right now.
Man.
Yeah, but
Don't even answer that. We'll get to that
it's like
later.
when we. I'll save it.
I'll say this.
I'll save it.
If the Nets are healthy, I agree with you 100%. The Heat have no chance. I give them the 5 strong games. They fought their heart out.
Yeah.
If Kevin Durant, I'm sticking on this. You heard it here first. I'm standing on it. If Kevin Durant does not play, the Nets have no chance to make the final. I don't care who either you play the Heat, the Bucks or the Sixers, out of them three, one of them is going to beat you. You have no chance to make the finals. Kevin Durant is that crucial, that important in a playoff series. You have no chance. But if Kevin Durant plays, they're going to the finals. But I have the Clippers winning the chip.
You have the Clippers winning it?
Yeah, I have the Clippers winning the chip this year. That's my take.
I don't know. I mean, I agree. I think with a healthy KD, I think the Nets are kind of unstoppable. They're not my surefire pick to win the chip, though, but I would pick them to get to the NBA Finals.
Yeah. Also, Nick Claxton can contain Bam.
Oh, my God.
Whoa.
You're serious about that?
I'm dead serious.
No, he was dead serious. Yeah.
I'm going to say this right now, too.
Yeah.
I
like him, but
a lot of people,
I like him too.
A lot of people don't watch the Nets, right? So nobody
scary.
knows about Nick Claxton. But I'm telling you, come playoff time, he's going to become a household name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where basketball fans, when they watch the Nets, are going to be like, yo, who's this Nick Claxton guy?
He's tough.
He's going to be on Undisputed. Skip is going to talk about him.
Yeah.
Shannon's going to talk about him. Stephen A is going to talk about him. Max, everybody's going to talk about Nick Claxton. He's going to be the Nets X factor come playoff time.
I agree.
Everybody's going to know his name.
Bam is Bam, though.
Yeah, I think Bam will destroy Claxton, but
I don't think
he's a strong
Claxton
dude.
reminds me,
skinny little frame.
He's tough though.
Yeah, he's good.
He's tough,
like
though.
Claxton will get destroyed by Embiid,
and he lives above.
But not Bam. I don't think Bam can do it.
I think
it won't be as dominant as Embiid
but I think
would do
Bam's
it.
Bam's gonna have a 15 and 20 type of thing on him, you know. But it's not like
no 40 and 20 or 40 and 15, nothing like that.
30.
Yeah, Embiid's a big body.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the Heat. It'll be a good. I think it'll be a good matchup. Maybe Eastern Conference Finals. That's how far they can make it.
Okay.
But overall, I mean, I don't see them making the finals because of the Nets. You know, the Nets. We're gonna look back 5 years from now and be like, wow, I can't believe anybody picked this team not to win the finals.
So you don't see anybody in the East competing with the Nets?
Nobody.
Like giving them a series?
You're asking me?
Both of you.
I only see one team.
Who, Sixers?
The Bucks. Only because of like their personnel.
Would it help? Okay.
They can put out 5 guys. They're probably the only team in the East that can put out 5 guys that can guard them the best way possible. Drew Holiday, PJ,
I agree.
Giannis,
And they have the size.
Chris Middleton. Yeah, like Sixers can't throw out 5 guys and say, go guard them. I don't think they can do that. Like, the Heat can't throw off. They're going to have to play Robinson and Hero late down the stretch. They can't throw off 5 guys. Or 3 guys even to guard Harden and Kyrie. I think the Bucks can do it.
Too much firepower.
Yeah.
I think nobody in the East can do it. The only team that can do it in the NBA is the Lakers fully healthy.
The Clippers
not even
did
the
it.
Clippers.
The Clippers did
Clippers can't beat them.
No, wait, what are you saying?
Nah,
Like,
they
beat them or guard or like put out a 3 that can best defend?
I think he's saying in a 7-game series.
Reeves said you don't give anybody a chance to beat the Nets. That's his question. I don't.
Yeah.
Outside healthy Lakers, and that's only because of LeBron.
Based off what I've seen, I think the Clippers can do it. I would bet on the Nets, but I think the Clippers can make it like a 6-7 game series. Based off what I've seen, how they played, I think they can do it. The Lakers, obviously, because they have LeBron, so you know you're never gonna doubt LeBron. And then the Bucks would be the 3 teams that I would bet on the Nets, but those would be the 3 that had the best chance.
So I have a question, if I can. Are we underestimating chemistry? Because like when this move first happened, I was before we started, I was against it a little bit just because I didn't think chemistry wise it was going to work out. So now that we see kind of KD out of the mix, Kyrie out of the mix here and there, Blake Griffin kind of find his way into the mix. Do you think chemistry will play a factor at all in terms of your championship run? Or you think just because you have all of that talent, that's some amazing talent that they can't be stopped?
I think, my opinion, I think chemistry plays a sense, but I think when you just got like going back to Golden State, their chemistry was bad at like towards the end. But when you got guys that are just that great, Steph, Katie, Clay, Draymond, they're just regardless of the chemistry, they're gonna know like, okay, we might not be cool, but when we get on this court, like we know what to do, we know how to beat this team. And I think with the Nets, that's just they're gonna know. Like, okay, yeah, we might be beefing here and there, but we know when to turn it on and like when to get it going. Okay. And I feel like KD is the type of guy, he's cool with both parties. So I think he's gonna kind of be that mediator. And Jeff Green too, Uncle, they call him Unc. Like Uncle he's gonna be that guy that really like has the little old mentality because he's cool with all of them too. So like DeAndre Jordan too. So I think they have those guys to kind of offset that bad chemistry. So I don't think the Nets have chemistry problems. I think the only thing that's gonna hurt them is injuries. Honestly, that would be the only thing that really offsets them.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like not having enough time to play together and fully see what they look like, fully healthy. Like
for me, I don't think that's a problem because I think James Harden and KD already like they're clicked. They know how to play together. when the trade first happened, my only concern was Kyrie. We even talked about it with Jack when we talked about the Nets, and I said, look, right now I think Harden's being way too passive.
Okay.
I said, in order for the Nets to be their best selves, Harden has to be his MVP self. Because when he plays with Kyrie, Harden takes that back step. But now, as of recent, Harden has not been taking that back
Ever since Kyrie told him.
Yeah, you the point guard.
Yeah.
He has not been taking that back seat to Kyrie Irving, and James Harden since then has been averaging like 26, 11, and 10. Like, he's averaging a triple-double.
Yeah.
The Nets are going on a major win streak. So he's figured out how to play with Kyrie. And Blake Griffin is just coming in and saying, Blake is just coming in and saying, look, I'm just going to be the guy that dives for loose balls, defend well, and make the right pass.
Yeah.
He's a role player now, and he's playing his role. And when I seen him against Portland, that's what he's doing. He's playing his role.
Yeah.
He picks his spots well, and because of that, I think chemistry won't be a problem. And James Harden, I think he's one of the most underrated leaders in the entire NBA. I mean, he gives Nick Claxton confidence. He even paid his fine when he got a tech. Harden is on the bench telling guys where to be on offensively, defensively. He's really a vocal leader. And I just want to say one last thing about the Heat and the Nets matchup.
Okay.
Harden almost beat the juggernaut Warriors with no Kyrie Irving. Chris Paul did get hurt, and he was there, so I'm going to give Chris Paul credit. But if you compare this Nets team versus that Rockets team, take out KD, I think they're pretty similar.
Oh, what you talking about? Like James Harden and Kyrie, that team.
James Harden, Kyrie, Harden, and Chris Paul with Capella.
Oh, yeah, you could say that.
Yeah, they're
Pretty
similar.
similar.
Yeah.
That's why there is no chance in hell Miami can, with Oladipo, who was on a 15-game losing streak, but he's like a 20-game losing streak with Houston. LaMarcus Aldridge, who is on his last years, like he's gonna be done with it in a little bit. Bam Adebayo, who I like Bam. I'm not gonna talk trash about him. And then you got the Barnacle Boys and Tyler Herro and Duncan
You call
Robinson.
them the Barnacle Boys?
I like that, the Barnacle Boys.
So and Jimmy Butler, of course, we know he's a dog, but
yeah.
people are underestimating how great and legendary James Harden is. So when they get into a series,
didn't they choke?
Miami will have no chance.
Wait, but didn't they choke?
Yeah, they shot like the worst three.
Even if Durant is out, they will have no chance.
I would say this is my last take. Going off what you said, Reef. I just feel like with like the chemistry thing, I think you look at the dynasties back in the day, like even now, like Golden State, what stopped them? Injuries. The big three, they made it their first year. I mean, LeBron didn't play well, but they made it 4 straight times. That was a big three. Golden State, they made the finals 4 straight times. Even Boston's big three and the Lakers' big three, they made it consecutive years. So the Bulls, they made it consecutive years. The Magic and Kareem, dynasties, super talented dynasties, they're gonna win. Aside from like injuries and any like offset bad one player playing bad, they're gonna either get there or win. So I think it's kind of like inevitable for the Nets to make the finals. It's really just about winning it because not every great team always wins it. But best believe they're probably gonna make it. History has shown it.
Yeah.